Good morning, everyone. My name is Nathan Ramsey, and I'm Executive Director at Land to Sky Regional Council. And I want to welcome you to our event this morning to recognize Bill Aker for his 4 decades of service to Land to Sky Regional Council in our region. Maybe it's appropriate. It's raining today because to some extent it's a sad day because I've told Bill we're going to lock the doors after this event. So he cannot leave, and he'll continue to work at Land to Sky, but also it's a very happy day. So we wish we could hold this event in person, but as you know, due to the pandemic, we cannot, but we're going to try to make the best of it in this virtual event. And maybe we can have a future event in Key West that Bill will invite us to at some point in time. So again, thank you for joining us. This is a celebration of Bill Aker, and today is Bill's Day. It's for his dedication to public service for our region that he truly loves and he calls home. William Bill M. Aker began his career at Land to Sky Regional Council as an environmental planner on March 23rd, 1981. As we approach his 40th anniversary, let's reflect on all that he has accomplished for the region in our communities and many partners. I do want to say this call is recorded. I know we'll have folks joining us throughout the call. Try to mute yourself also to not cause any interference. And I think we have a video that is ready to be played.
Alice, you want to come do this for a minute? No, I've got it muted.
Thank you for that wonderful video of Bill's service to our region. I even learned some new things about Bill, and I think over the years he hasn't aged a bit. He looks the same today as he did in March of 1981. Again, want to remind everyone, please mute yourself unless you're speaking at the event. During the early years at Land to Sky, Bill was personally involved in leading critical water and air quality planning efforts. In our region's air and water are cleaner today because of the work that Bill has done over the years. He was instrumental in leading cleanup efforts for the French Broad River and tributaries of the French Broad, in developing recreation points for canoeing, fishing, tubing, and developing watershed plans to protect and conserve the streams and rivers for future generations. He developed the Mayor's Cup raft race and somehow taught our local mayors, county commissioners, city council members, and staff from throughout the region into a good-spirited competitive rafting event to raise awareness and bring people back to the river. I think we could call that a huge success. There was a time that people didn't really want to raft down the French Broad, and I saw just an article in one of the local papers just recently that a local tubing company, they had 2,500 people go down the river on one day. And that just shows you how the French Broad River has been transformed. So it's truly been a tremendous success. I want to now turn the program over to a very young man who is a legend in our region, a legend at Land to Sky Regional Council, and someone whose shoes I will never be able to fill, and that is Bob Shepard, the first executive director at Land to Sky Regional Council. Bob hired Bill and worked with him during those first several decades. So Bob, thank you for joining us, and I hope you're doing well this morning.
Thank you, Nathan. Can you hear me?
We can. You're coming in loud and clear, Bob.
Okay, good. I remember when Bill had that long hair back in '81 and a few years following. And all the girls on staff thought he was kind of good looking. Of course, things change. No, he's still good looking. But Nathan has covered a number of Bill's accomplishments. And, you know, when you search for a reason, I think Bill kind of grew up with a love for the environment. Living in both Florida and Haywood County. And I remember his dad owned some rental cabins over there that Bill helped take care of, but Bill planted his feet firmly in Western North Carolina. And before he came to work with us, he was with the Buncombe County Soil and Water District. But in his 40 years, Bill has accomplished a lot. I also have the special honor of presenting Bill with an award. It's given by the governor of North Carolina, has been since 1983, is considered the highest honor that the governor awards. It's the Order of the Longleaf Pine, Bill. And it's given for significant contributions to the state and their communities through exemplary service and exceptional accomplishments. So I'm very pleased to present this to Bill for his many years of dedicated service. I think if I count right, about 10 days or 2 weeks from now, it'll be 40 years. I worked at Land to Sky for 29 years, so he's got me beat quite a bit. Native son Billy Graham once said, when we see the world as a gift from God, we will do our best to take care of it and use it wisely instead of poisoning or destroying it. That's what Bill's life has been largely about. I was involved a little bit in the nomination of Bill, and when I write, I state things a lot more succinctly than when I'm speaking. So I'm going to read my contribution toward that. I said, Bill is arguably the most comprehensively knowledgeable person about W&C environment, as his work includes water, air, and land, especially unique and special natural areas. Bill did the first report on those in Western North Carolina in the Land to Sky region. More than just study and organize data, Bill has developed and implemented solutions to problems. From a Clean Vehicles Coalition to a French Broad River Foundation, the forerunner of RiverLink, the French Broad River Partnership of all the stakeholders along the river. Bill has brought stakeholders together. He also brought together government, foundation, and private funds to further regional goals. And if you were seeking a regional knowledge and information of any type, Bill has been a first call for many professionals and active citizens. And beyond his paid position, Bill has chaired key organizations regionally and in his home county, the Haywood County Planning Board and Haywood Waterways. He has worked long hours in paid positions and then volunteered untold others. His professionalism, ethics, and dedication throughout his long service deserves his recognition by Governor Cooper through the Order of the Longleaf Pine. Nathan, I don't believe we have received that yet, but we've been told it's on its way. And Bill, shall we say we're presenting it virtually? Since you covered a good bit of the other things, that other accomplishments, Nathan, I won't go over those, but this is a real honor to recognize a person who's very dear to me and a great citizen of Western North Carolina.
Thank you so much, Bob. We appreciate you sharing that with us. And Bill, you certainly made a great hire when Bill joined Land to Sky. I know you made many others, but it's so good to see you this morning. And we appreciate all your leadership and dedication on behalf of our region.
I did mean to mention one other thing. Jim Stocco was co-hirer, if you will. And of course, we lost Jim to brain cancer, but need to remember that he did so much, and including hiring Bill.
Thank you also, Bob, for remembering Jim. And we certainly remember all that Jim did for our region, and so sad that he is no longer with us. Bill, I want you to remember the best part of that verse, and this is what you've spent 4 decades preserving. It says, "Here's to the land where the galax grows, where the rhododendron's rosette glows, where soars Mount Mitchell's summit great, in the land of the sky, in the old North State. Here's to the land where maidens are fair, where friends are true and cold hearts are rare, the near land, the dear land, whatever fate, the blessed land, the best land, the old North State." So that's the North Carolina toast, and you now have the privilege of presenting that anywhere in the free world. And we thank Governor Cooper for presenting that award to you. In 1988, Bill founded the Regional Clean Air Campaign to educate the public and community leaders on air quality issues and solutions. The campaign carries out a regional public education and outreach program on air quality issues throughout the Land to Sky region, the Great Smoky Mountains National Park, the Blue Ridge Parkway, and the Pisgah and Nantahala National Forest. He also established the region's Clean Vehicles Coalition in 2004, and the coalition received the U.S. Department of Energy's Clean Cities designation in 2012. The coalition has assisted public and private sector stakeholders in securing over $15 million in grant funding for our region for their alternative fuel vehicle projects. Trev Hall is here to represent the U.S. Department of Energy partnership. Trev, now I'll turn it over to you.
Hey, all right. Thank you very much. Can you hear me?
We can. Go ahead. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Oh, thank you. And it's definitely my pleasure to be here on behalf of the United States Department of Energy to take part in this retirement farewell. I think we've had one or two in the Clean Cities program already for Bill. we certainly are going to miss Bill. First of all, we do have a small award to hand out here, but it's nowhere near a governor's award. So I guess the pressure's off me, and so that's good. I also love the video that you all put together. I think some of you may have seen the video that I put together about some of Bill's times and exploits in the Clean Cities program. For sure, I really enjoyed that Air Avenger slide. Once I learned about the Air Avenger a couple years ago, I've never been able to forget it. The only thing I regret is not being able to get Bill on location somewhere with me with the Air Avenger costume. I thought it was just fantastic. Bill played well with others. I think you all know that. You could never find an easier person to talk to. He definitely very well represented the Land of Sky, your whole region, and we really are happy that he stuck to it when developing the Clean Vehicles Coalition there. He took some time, but he didn't give up, and you've been a great Clean Cities Coalition for us ever since you all had the idea back in, I think you said 2004, and I did have that written down just to make sure. I'll get to the award in just 1 second, but I'd be remiss if I didn't also recognize Chris Dobbins. A lot of you know Chris from the Clean Vehicle Coalition. He's kind of like the Robin to Bill's Batman. I was trying to come up with a name for Chris, a superhero name, but I really couldn't. Chris is one of the quietest guys you'd meet, but he definitely complimented Bill very well, and they're a great team down there. I know Chris is going to step down sometime this year, but I hope both Bill and Chris stick around. Bill has worked probably more in the last month or so than he did sometimes during the year. I've talked to him. He's called me at home. He's really worked with Sarah Nichols. Also want to congratulate you all for putting Sarah in that coordinator's position. She's hit the ground running at the coalition, and we're real excited to see where you go from here. So I guess without any further ado, I think I've coordinated with Sarah to have a small award to be presented to Bill. I don't know if she's going to appear somewhere out of nowhere. I thought that was the plan, but maybe not. I'll go ahead and kind of tell you what the award has written on. There it is. Put it in front of yourself, Bill. Yeah. I'm going to go with my punchline first. It's kind of like a monolith, a glass monolith, which could maybe even tell the future for Clean Cities. I don't know. It's worth a try. But written on the award, it says, in appreciation and recognition of your valuable contributions to Clean Cities activities in North Carolina and across the nation. So congratulations, Bill, for making it. 40 years, I couldn't believe it when I started to research your accomplishments in the last couple months. I was like, wow. And then I've seen the presentation so far, definitely expanded my knowledge of what you've accomplished. So congratulations to you. There's also the same award for Chris Dobbins. So thank you, Chris, also for the help with the Clean Vehicles Coalition. Thank you all.
Trev, thank you so much. I really appreciate this recognition. And you're right about Chris Dobbins. We made a great team. I did a lot of the administrative stuff, the PR, and he was our technical expert. He knows everything about cars, and I know nothing about vehicles. I can barely even change the oil in my car without hurting myself, which I did years ago. But Chris was just an incredible asset to our team, and we accomplished a lot together. So everything that you hear today about the work of the Clean Vehicles Coalition was done together as a team, like so many of the other things that we worked on. So Trevor, I really appreciate that. And I really appreciate you as our regional manager here in the Southeast. You really made being part of the Clean Cities program a lot of fun. You're a fun guy, and you made it fun for us, and I appreciate that.
Thank you, Bill, and good luck to you, and I know we'll talk often.
We will.
Thank you, Trev. We really appreciate your partnership and the support from the United States Department of Energy. and especially you taking your time out of your day and very valuable schedule to celebrate Bill's special day. The partnership with the North Carolina Division of Air Quality began with Bill's work in air quality many years ago and still continues today. Keith Bamberger with the North Carolina Division of Air Quality is here to speak about Bill's dedication and service to Western North Carolina. Is Keith on the call?
I am on the call, but the Air Avenger was asked, as the Air Avenger, I was asked to present by Keith Bamberger to make this award and presentation to Bill in appreciation. Now, as the Air Avenger came to Western North Carolina, the air looked more like this. Now, as Bill is leaving and going into retirement, the air looks more like this. So there's been a tremendous change in the air over the years. But the Air Avenger, one of the things that we did many times together was Bell Share. And we would go to the streets of Asheville with the newest and best clean car, from the first hybrids to electric vehicles to alternative fuel vehicles. We'd bring these to Bell Share, and we would educate people about how individuals are both the cause and often the solution to air quality problems. And clean cars, energy efficiency are all different things which are better for our air. So we're presenting Bill with a poster from the final Bell Share. And we've had our friends and partners sign this poster just to recognize, and so Bill can remember those hot afternoons in the sun, in between on College Street, and we really appreciate that time. Now, while the Air Avenger is very happy for Bill Aker, the Air Avenger is a little bit sad for himself, because through the years, it's very difficult to find somebody who is dedicated to environmental health and clean air as much as Bill. We spent time at public events. He helped us with our AQIQ contest. He was constantly somebody who was there in the public, and he even helped local and businesses and governments get resources where they could implement clean air every day. So the Air Avenger is very proud of working with Bill in these efforts. And while Bill gets to go off into retirement, I have to warn him that there may be a time in the future where the Air Avenger will have to call on him again to make sure our air remains safe, because we know that there are air quality and environmental supervillains still out there. But thank you, Bill. It's been a great working with you, and I look forward to seeing you in the future.
Air Avenger, I am so honored for you to be here. How many people have a real superhero speak at their retirement party? There are not many people. And Keith, you are the real Air Avenger. I don't know how many people know that, but Keith is the real Air Avenger. And he was out there rollerblading as part of our parade entry for so many years, and inspiring us that I finally got the nerve to get in that outfit and be the Air Avenger at a couple of events myself. And I'll tell you what, I know it's silly, but it was a lot of fun, and you know, it was so rewarding to see the faces on the kids, and to, you know, tell them to help us clear the air. And so it was a lot of fun. So Air Avenger, thank you so much. And thanks to the Division of Air Quality for your partnership with us on so many air quality initiatives. I really do appreciate it. And thanks for this poster. Bell Share meant a lot to us. We did a lot of education outreach at Bell Share every year, teaming up together. And I know Tim Richards, I think, is here, former Land of Sky employee. He was I think, chairman of the Bell Share Festival for a number of years and really helped grow that. And so a lot of fond memories of being out at Bell Share. You're pretty much worn out after the third day of it, though, I'll tell you what, after being out there in the July heat. But it was great fun, and we interacted with so many people coming up and down the streets, talking about air quality and the latest technologies. So very rewarding. Thank you, Keith.
Thank you. Enjoy your retirement.
I will.
Thank you so much, Keith, for joining us, and especially to have a special appearance by the Air Avenger at Bill's retirement event. So it's appropriate to have one superhero honor and recognize a superhero here at Land of Sky, and that's Bill. So thank you so much. I'd now like to turn it over to Elizabeth Teague. Elizabeth began her career at Land of Sky and worked closely with Bill throughout her career in the region. I'll turn it over to Elizabeth to share her comments about Bill.
Thank you, Nathan. Hi, Bill. Hi, everyone. It's a strange way to do a retirement party, but I love seeing people from all over the state. And I just wanted to point out that I saw Tony Caudle and Ron Townley from down east. And it's great to have everyone together, such as we can be. Phil, there's so much love on this call. I just can't even tell you. Like so many people, you just touched my life and were a big part of my journey. I was one of those people that decided, there were several of us that thought you should be nominated for the longleaf pine. And I thought I would just read my letter of recommendation as well. It'll cover some of the same ground, but anyway, I just wanted to share it. Dear Governor Cooper, I wish to recommend William Bill Aker for the Order of the Longleaf Pine. Bill's dedication, expertise, and generous spirit has been an invaluable resource to the citizens and environment of Western North Carolina for over 30 years. As a local government planner, I am personally grateful for his leadership, guidance, and creativity. And I am one of the many who considers Bill both a friend and a mentor. Bill has served as professional staff at Land of Sky and Equinox Environmental, and as a citizen volunteer at Haywood Waterways, the Haywood County Planning Board, and multiple environmentally focused committees. He has played key roles in advancing environmental land planning, water and air quality initiatives, clean vehicle infrastructure, and river access planning, moving our entire region forward in positive ways. Anyone who has worked with Bill has come away as a better educated and inspired planner, advocate, and North Carolinian. For example, before state implementation of Phase 2 of the Phase 2 Clean Water Act, Bill was providing local governments with stormwater pollution fact sheets and working with local staff and nonprofits to promote public awareness and local action to prevent non-point source pollution. When North Carolina required local NPDES permits, Bill pulled together a regional stormwater management work group to bring multiple local governments together to help us all come into compliance and to work together to develop local stormwater management plans. Since that time, Bill has continued to be a trusted resource for effective public involvement, information, and local problem solving to address and prevent stormwater pollution, and to connect people working in the field with helpful resources and knowledge. Similarly, Bill has served as a source of information and as a facilitator for the WNC Clean Air Coalition, pulling together myriad groups from public, private, and nonprofit sectors to improve air quality. He coordinated with the WNC Air Quality Agency, local NCDEQ staff, transportation planners in the MPO, and nonprofit groups to promote emissions testing, Strive Not to Drive Day events, and other public education initiatives. He identified and wrote grants on behalf of local governments to promote alternative fuel vehicles and infrastructure throughout our region. His work directly resulted in alternative fuel vehicles and fueling stations being incorporated into local fleets, government fueling facilities, and public parking lots. Bill has also been a trusted and effective advocate for protection of and public access to our area's watersheds. A fly fisherman himself and a longtime volunteer and board member of Haywood Waterways, Bill promoted the idea of the French Broad and Pigeon River basins as recreational and economic resources before this concept became popular and cool. Starting in the 90s, he organized the French Broad River Raft Race, which for many years put local elected officials and staff into rafts to race through the urban section of the French Broad River in Asheville. He helped to organize the French Broad River Foundation, which evolved into RiverLink, and worked on the first and subsequent river access plans with our good friend Jim Stocco. We all wish Jim could be here, but I know he's looking down, and just really proud of you, Bill. In 1996, I got to assist Bill personally when he organized a raft trip down the Pigeon River in Haywood County to allow local leaders to see the park options and beauty that the river presented. Many had not been on the river before and had not considered the river's potential to enhance local communities. Today, there are multiple river parks, regular river cleanups, and much public use along these areas. I can attest personally that many of the parks, greenways, and river access points that are now enjoyed by many can be traced to the early and continued work and advocacy of Bill Aker. Just a side note, one of my great memories of my career is raft guiding down the Pigeon with Bill in one raft, me in another raft, and Peyton from NOC in the other raft, taking local government leaders down the Pigeon and bumping along down through Canton. It was a great day. Anyway, to continue, surely Bill has provided exemplary service to the state of North Carolina and to its communities and has made a significant and long-lasting impact over the course of his career. Bill went above and beyond his job always to serve, including in the Haywood County Planning Board and providing leadership to Haywood Waterways, volunteered at events large and small, and always showed people firsthand the beauty and value of our region's landscape and rivers. His legacy will be most felt, however, by those he taught, inspired, and befriended, and who continue to work for the environment of Western North Carolina in Bill Aker's far-reaching wake. Thank you, Bill, for all you've done. Congratulations. And I look forward to seeing what happens next.
Elizabeth, thank you so much. And I just want to say what a wonderful coworker you've been and what a great friend you are. You did great work when you were here at Land of Sky, and we were really impressed with the work you did. And then you left, unfortunately, to go off to Nag's Head and to the city of Asheville, and especially your work in Black Mountain. You were really a leader in developing the greenway system there and installing stormwater management practices and demonstrating, the success of those. And now you're with the town of Waynesville in my home county, my hometown, and you're just doing such incredible work on Richland Creek and in so many other ways. And I just appreciate you so much. And everybody that has ever worked with you or been around you just loves interacting with you because you've always got that beautiful smile on your face.
Thank you, Bill. I learned from the best.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Elizabeth. And I think that was a wonderful, I think that was a heart shape that she shared. And that's appropriate on Valentine's Day that, Bill has our heart, because I know he has a heart for Western North Carolina. We really, on behalf of the staff at Land of Sky, our community staff, elected officials, and many partners, Bill, we thank you for your service for over 4 decades to our region. I think now I'm going to turn it over to Erica Anderson, Director of Economic and Community Development at Land of Sky, and she's going to present you some things we want to honor you with. I did attempt to secure a Tesla for you. I was trying to secure the funds, and that grant application just didn't come through. But I know our board chair, Mayor Volk of Hendersonville, is on this meeting, and I know our board would want to try to recognize you, but I apologize, I was not able to deliver you a brand new Tesla. So Erica, I will turn over the call to you.
Thank you. Maybe that's part of Sarah's new job and responsibilities, is to find a Tesla. Bill, we are so thankful for your many years. And I have a few things I'm going to walk them over. I've been delivering, but we have a few guests from all of Land of Sky staff. And hold on just a minute.
Oh, how beautiful. Oh, my.
Nathan?
That's gorgeous. I don't think, yeah, I think this stuff's showing up. No, it's not showing up. Oh, gosh.
There we go.
Let's bring it back over here. Wow.
Oh, okay. Nathan, do you want to say where this is from?
Well, that's a photo from Max Patch in Madison County of our region. You can see the beautiful, clean skies and the mountain vistas. And that view would not be possible but without the work of Bill Aker over his time at Land of Sky, because we have so much more beautiful vistas because of that work. That's a photograph from Jared Kay, who is just a well-renowned photographer in our area. So congratulations, Bill. I hope you enjoy it.
That is absolutely beautiful. And you know what? After all these years, I have never been to Max Patch. It is on my bucket list. I've got some friends that tried to get me to go last year, and I wasn't able to go. And so this summer, this spring, we're definitely going to make a trip up there. So that is absolutely gorgeous. I'm so appreciative.
And Nathan, do you want to explain this as well?
I don't know if my better half is on the call. Robin, would you like to introduce this?
Can you see me?
Yes. Go ahead.
Okay. Bill, that flag, I'm driving. That flag was blown over the United States Capitol to commemorate the 40 years of dedicated service you have done to Western North Carolina, or given to Western North Carolina. And personally, I just really appreciate you and all you've done for me and educating me over the last 7 years working for Senator Byrd. There's a certificate that goes with it that is signed by the senator. So congratulations on your retirement. And yeah, you need to go to Max Patch. Just don't go on the weekend because it is so crowded anymore. Everybody has found it. There you go. That's it. So thank you so much for your dedication to Western North Carolina. We greatly appreciate you.
Robin, thank you so much. I really appreciate your involvement in our air quality and in our Clean Vehicles Coalition. You came to a lot of our meetings and events, and you showed support from Senator Burr, and that really meant a lot to us. It really did, and it helped give us more credibility with other people in the room that we had your support from that level. So thank you so much, and you take care of Nathan moving forward. That's your #1 job. He's a wonderful person, and he's doing a great job here at Land of Sky, and I'm so happy that he's in that position and going to lead this organization moving forward. So you've got a big job to take care of him.
Well, he loved working with you. You take care, my friend.
All righty. Thank you so much. I appreciate this.
Erica, would you like to add anything else?
Sure. I have, when I first started here, I have an early memory of Bill coming in once he found out I had environmental planning background and water quality training. He set up a meeting, and I thought it was going to be maybe an hour or so to transfer some of that water quality over. I think it lasted 3 days and involved a closet full of boxes, which we probably still have somewhere. So it's been a tremendous.
Those boxes are still waiting on you, Erica.
And no, I have to get back to that. It's been a tremendous learning experience working with Bill, and I think he enjoyed having somebody else who would get in the river and hold the rafts when for the Mayor's Cup raft races, which were a whole lot of fun. So thank you, Bill, for all your time. You've been a fantastic person that I've learned a lot from in the last 11 years, and can't wait to see what you do in your new time.
Thank you, Erica, so much. I was so pleased when you were hired to take over our planning group because of your water quality background. You could really relate to the work that I was doing, and I knew that you were going to carry it forward for many, many years. And you do so many things here for Land to Sky beyond environmental planning, a lot of economic development, helping bring in a lot of grants for infrastructure and help new industry move into the area and provide jobs. And I just really appreciate you and everything that you do. Thank you.
Thank you. I've learned from some of the best.
Thank you so much, Erica. And again, we're grateful for your leadership, and we're appreciate everyone on our ECD team. Truly, they're true rock stars here at Land to Sky. We've been very thankful to have Bill's longstanding dedication, experience, and service. We will certainly miss him, and we all wish him a very happy retirement with his family. And so now's the best part of this program, because we're going to open up this program for all who would like to share their best wishes about Bill and share your regards to him. But before we start to do that, I think we have a video we want to play from Ashley Featherstone.
Hi, Bill. Ashley Featherstone here with Western North Carolina Local Air Pollution Program. On behalf of all the staff, we just wanted to congratulate you on your much-deserved retirement and wish you all the best. Thank you so much for all that you've done for air quality for Western North Carolina, from organizing the Clean Air Campaign, getting that started from the 90s up to the present time, Clean Vehicles Coalition, Clean Cities, and all of those efforts there, and especially your willingness to be the Air Avenger so many times. You're our hero, and we're going to miss you. Please stay in touch. All the best.
Thank you, Ashley, so much.
So now we would like to open it up, and as Ashley said, Bill is our hero, and we get to honor him today. So you can certainly unmute yourself. I know we can just do this one at a time, so it's a little awkward in a virtual meeting, but we'll try to make the best of it. So I'll open the floor to comments.
If I could start, Nathan.
Absolutely, Madam Chair.
Yeah,
thank
I don't know. I become chairman and Bill leaves. I don't know what that says about it, but I had known Bill for many, many years. Shortly after I originally got on city council, I ended up on an air quality committee that Bill was responsible for. And also I participated in those raft races, which Hendersonville actually won one year. And through the clean vehicles. So I've worked with Bill off and on, always just thoroughly enjoyed it and appreciated everything I learned on all those many issues from him. So have a wonderful retirement, Bill. I will miss seeing you, at Land of Sky events, but you've contributed so much that you deserve a little time to yourself. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. I really appreciate that. And I have so much enjoyed working with you all the way back to the 1980s when we formed the French Broad River Foundation about 1983. You and your husband, Jim, both served on that board. And so you've been involved pretty much through my entire career. And here lately, you've been a real leader in environmental issues and causes, and set an example for others. Barbara was one of the first in our area and first elected officials to buy a plug-in electric vehicle, a Chevy Volt. And we just interviewed her just last month for a video, a site tour that we were doing featuring the city of Hendersonville and all that they've done. So you continue to be a leader, and keep it up. And I hope to see you soon.
Hey, Bill, it's Ann Wissenhunt. We go way back to when I worked for the city of Asheville, and since you mentioned the French Broad River Foundation, worked with Gene Webb, and we all tried to get the French Broad River awareness and get it cleaned up and become the recreational source that it's become now. It was a treat when I got to reconnect with you when I came back to Land of Sky Regional Council, and so wish you the best. You've done so much for our area, and plus, you're a really good guy, and wish you the best. You and enjoy your repurposing and retirement. Thank you for everything.
Thanks, Ann.
And this is Stan Cross, and just to jump into the celebration of Bill Aker, I just want to say what a inspiration you've been for me, Bill, and what a mentor in my professional journey. When I got to Western North Carolina in 2000, I think the name I heard most when I started building the sustainability program at Warren Wilson that I had to get to know was this guy, Bill Aker. And, our relationship really picked up when we started working on charging infrastructure together. And you've gotten a lot of credit for clean air and clean water, and it's related, but specifically, when we started working on getting charging infrastructure in Western North Carolina, there was none. And, at our early events, you were critical at getting Brightfield Transportation Solutions launched as a company, and, critical at getting charging stations deployed all throughout the region. And when we started, there was one EV in all of Western North Carolina, right? The James Brazel and his Chevy Volt, and we needed him at every single ribbon cutting. And we had to bring another EV in from Tennessee to help us out. And there was one Nissan Leaf at the Nissan dealership that we would beg, borrow, and steal to get to those ribbon cuttings. And just, again, seeing how far we've come, it's really a credit to your leadership, your relationship building, and your ability to bring people together and get stuff done. So as an EV driver, thank you, Bill Aker. And as a human being, thank you. You've meant a lot to me and a lot to the region. So enjoy that retirement. And I wore my Bill Aker shirt. So you've also given me permission to rock the Hawaiian-esque shirt in Western North Carolina. So above all, thank you for that.
Thank you, Stan. I agree. We have come so far over the last 10 years to, promote and advance electric transportation. You and Chris Dobbins and I went to meet with the Eaton Corporation that was making chargers here in Arden, in South Asheville. And we talked about putting in some chargers, public access chargers, and they offered to donate a couple of them and said, where should we put them? And we thought about it for a while, and we said, let's put them at Biltmore Park Town Square. That's a great place, a lot of visibility. And Biltmore Farms agreed to install those, and that started the whole process. And then, Brightfield has played such a incredible role in building that infrastructure and educating people about electric transportation. So I appreciate your expertise and your friendship, and you still owe me a trip to Eleuthera, though. One of the places I want to go. It's on my bucket list.
I definitely do. And I'm also working on that Tesla.
All righty.
Hey, Bill,
Thank
it's
you.
Susan Sachs
from the Smokies. You got to be pretty quick around here to get in, so sorry if I stepped on you a little bit. But just want to thank you so much for all the support that you've given, not just to my education program that I was running up at Purchase Knob. I don't know that most people realize that we would not have had an education program at Purchase Knob if it hadn't been for you helping us to get CMAQ funds that nobody had really thought, at least in the park, to use for education. So it was really your perseverance that allowed me to convince our management team. And really, I mean, just tens of thousands of students have been educated at Purchase Knob about air quality issues because of your wonderful diplomatic way of working with people at all levels. So I really appreciate that. And really, it's helped make my career for the citizen science work that we did up there. And that's not even talking about all the vehicles that you've helped us get in the park, whether it's clean vehicles for maintenance, diesel, biodiesel fuel, electric vehicles throughout the park, partnering with Tennessee. So it's just the impact you've had on the Smokies has been tremendous. So, so many people have said it, some better than I could ever say it, but we just really appreciate not only your dedication, your hard work, but you're a friend. I think everybody who works with you considers you a friend. And I feel lucky that I live in Haywood County and I'll get to bump into you, especially once COVID is over, because I know the watering holes you like to frequent. So we'll see you out in the field somewhere.
We'll definitely see you there, and we'll have a beer together. Susan, I have so much enjoyed working with you and others, Jim Renfro and others at the Smokies National Park. All of us on this call today and everyone in Western North Carolina values so much our national parks here in Western North Carolina and our national forests. It means so much to us, brings us so much pleasure. And to be able to spend my time helping the Smokies and the Blue Ridge Parkway and Carl Sandburg home with their mission and to improve those parks and improve air quality over the Smokies has meant a lot to me, really has. And I got a beautiful letter from the superintendent of the Smokies last week, and just like I got emotional when I got it, and it really meant a lot to me. And so thank you so much.
Susan, thank you. I was going to say, Susan, thank you for joining us from the Smokies, and please convey our appreciation to Superintendent Cash for the wonderful letter that he sent to Bill.
I will definitely do so.
Hey, Bill, this is Mike Abrazinskis with the Division of Air Quality.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, good morning. So, when trying to achieve important goals related to public health and environmental protection, you need strong partners and you need great relationships. And in the area of improving air quality and achieving public health standards for air quality, we could not have had a better partner in Western North Carolina than you, Bill. You have been a tremendous champion for clean air, a champion for clean transportation. And you have built and fostered relationships that helped us achieve those goals together. So on behalf of the Department of Environmental Quality's Division of Air Quality, let me just say thank you and for a job well done. And we wish you a long and adventurous retirement, Bill. Cheers.
Thank you, Mike, so much. It really means a lot to me that you took time out of your busy schedule to participate in this. Mike is the director of the state air quality agency, and it's been such a pleasure working with him and all of his staff in the regional office and in Raleigh as well. And you're right, it's all about partnerships. The things that we've been able to accomplish, we have done it together. My job was identifying issues and pulling people together to work on those issues and to come up with strategies. And it took all of us working together to have success. And especially, I'm so proud of what's happened with air quality in Western North Carolina. It was pretty bad, you know, back in the mid-90s, and Jim Renfro from the Smokies and Bill Jackson from the Forest Service sounded the alarm and said, you know, we've got serious problems with air quality here in the Smokies and Western North Carolina, the Southern Appalachians. We're seeing severe impacts. And here at Land of Sky, we've been involved in water quality and solid waste management. We had no awareness of air quality issues, but we got involved in it, and we figured out what our role was and formed the Clean Air Campaign. And again, it was just all about forming partnerships and bringing people together. We've had quite success over the years. If people don't know, air quality has improved tremendously. The visibility is so much better now, and you can see the vistas that we couldn't see back in the summertime, back in the mid-90s and early 2000s. So it really is an environmental success story, and it's been very rewarding. So thanks, Mike, for taking time to be here today.
Thank you, Bill.
Hey, Bill, this is Caitlin from Triangle J and Triangle Clean Cities. I haven't worked with you quite as long as some other folks on this call, but I just wanted to say I feel really lucky to have gotten to work with you so closely over the past year. You've been really instrumental in my own knowledge of the Clean Cities program and really teaching me what's possible to do through that program, which is quite a lot. As many people have said about your accomplishments through Land of Sky Clean Vehicles. So thank you so much for your mentorship and leadership in Clean Cities in North Carolina. We'll definitely miss you on our monthly calls. Maybe you can join as a guest sometime or show up to one of our outreach events, but congratulations, and really glad I got to work with you.
I've really enjoyed working with you. It's been a short period, but you are really doing a great job with the Clean Cities program in the Triangle, and I really appreciate your leadership, and I know you're going to do great things moving forward, and I know you're going to help Sarah a lot as she transitions into the role of coordinator, so I appreciate that very much. But thanks for being here.
Bill, Sean Clarity, I think this is when all the Clean Cities family is going to pile on real quickly, so I'll try to be brief. But similar to Caitlin's experience, you know, meeting you when I first joined the Clean Cities program, gosh, I think almost 14 years ago, very similar to Caitlin's experience, you really helped me get up to speed and plug me in as a friend right away. And, you know, I remember our planning retreats, camping together around the campfire, drinking water, no alcoholic beverages were involved in that at all, I promise. And, you know, all the different conferences we were able to travel to around the country, all the different initiatives from the Plug-in Electric Vehicle Readiness Grant to the Carolina Blue Skies ARA funded grant. Too many to list, but, you know, just want to echo Caitlin's thanks and wish you all the best. I know we'll stay in touch.
Thank you, Sean, so much. We got to work when you were in Charlotte with the Central Line Coalition, and now you're at the Triangle and working with Caitlin, and you're going to do great things. So keep it up. We did have a lot of fun. I've forgotten about those camping retreats that we went on, and yeah, there was a little alcohol being consumed next to the fire, for sure. So thanks for being here.
Hey, Bill, it's Jim Hardy from Transylvania County. And
hey, Jim.
You've certainly, it's clear today that you've touched so many lives and made so many incredible contributions to all of our lives. And you certainly have to mine. It's been about 6 years, or right around this time of year, when I asked you to come down to Transylvania County and help me to start advocating for EV charging stations. And since that time, I don't remember a single time when I called you that you didn't either put me in contact with the people I needed to be in contact with, or actually come down yourself. And you've done that several times over the years. I've always said to people that when you get involved in a good cause, you meet the most incredible people, and you certainly are an example of that. One of the things to me that separates the good from the best is passion, and you certainly have a passion for what you do, and it shows, and it's there all the time. It's not just on and off, it's always there. So I want to thank you for everything you've done to help me, to help the Blue Ridge EV Club, and to help spread the word, and also for your friendship. I feel that that's really one of the most important things that you did. And I'll look forward to staying in contact, and hopefully we can get together and tip a few as well.
All right. We definitely will get together at the next big EV show. Hopefully we'll have one in September. And talk about passionate. Jim, you are so passionate on the environment. You're doing so much good work in Transylvania County. You're a great advocate. And I've so much enjoyed working with you, but also learning a lot about life and how to deal with difficult situations. And I appreciate your guidance. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bill, this is Ron. How are you?
Hey, Ron. I'm good. I'm good.
Good, man. Old friend, mentor, confidant. You know, I just have to say thank you. For those, you know, there's many good old friends on this call, and I'm so glad to see us all showing up for you. From, you know, helping me move from Madison County to Weaverville, and all the personal things we've done together. But, you know, more importantly than that, I hope you're taking away from today, you know, what Elizabeth said about the wake you have left and the impact of your mentorship on all of us and the way it has rippled out across the waters to, you know, really change not just Western North Carolina, but the state and in its own way, I'm sure even the country and the world. What wasn't mentioned today, you know, was your work in solid waste and recycling, that other environmental thing, you know, and Terry's on here too, and maybe he'll have something to say about it if he's still on, but you hired me on a long time ago, right? You know, going from a recycling coordinator in Madison County to kind of running this solid waste. Bill came to me saying, I've got this USDA Rural Development Grant on household hazardous waste education, and I don't have time for it. Ron, can you help out for a few months? That few months has turned into a career that I am hoping to retire from soon. And it was you and Jim Stokoe and everything else that gave me room, gave me wings, gave me your leadership and mentorship and everything else that led to restructuring the recycling system and building the infrastructure around the region out there, that turned into brownfields and contaminated land revitalization work, that turned into the clean energy stuff and doing that Evolve Energy Partnership with Advantage West that determined, you know, what the economic impact of that whole sector could be and the vision behind that. The Mobile Environmental Learning Center and the awards from EPA around that. 17 USDA Rural Development Grants between myself and Terry and you that, you know, really built that Waste Reduction Partners program that Terry took over and gave wings and light to. I mean, it's literally unbelievable, Bill. It, you know, of all the careers and folks that I've seen and come across, the hundreds and hundreds of folks and networks and everything else, you're the standout, man. You go down in the books, and I will see you and Stan in Eleuthera. There's always room on my deck for you as a hand, and if I had known, man, I'd have an appropriate shirt on today. But I love you, brother, and I think
I love you too.
We all do. Shelley's in the other room crying, thinking about you. Oh, here she is, not crying.
Love you, Bill.
Hi, Shelley.
Hi.
Hi, Shelley.
I'm in retirement, man.
So I'll
come sailing.
He
You're
will.
coming sailing.
All right, I'll leave it at that. I'm sure there are more comments.
Ron, I love you too. Got a story about Ron. As he said, we brought him over to Land of Sky when he was the recycling coordinator in Madison County. Prior to that, he was in private business and recycling business in the Atlanta area. And when we hired Jim Stocco and I hired him to brought him over to Land of Sky. He had a long black ponytail, and we were like, wow, we're not real sure how he, he's got a lot of knowledge and a lot of passion, but we're not sure how he's going to be accepted in our rural communities, with this ponytail. And so basically we had to train Ron to be a government bureaucrat and turn him into one. And eventually got rid of the ponytail. And talk about passion. Ron is so passionate about solid waste management and recycling. And Ron worked with our counties and our cities to set up a lot of the early recycling programs here in our area. And also we're working with the private sector. And worked in the area of hazardous waste management. When you take your used paint and your pesticides out to the Buncombe County landfill, when they have those pickup days, the storage sheds that they store that material in until it can be moved. Ron got the grants to provide funding to all of our counties to provide those facilities and really facilitate that. And he's still doing great work down with the Upper Coastal Plain Regional Council down in the Piedmont. And Ron, I wish you the best. And Shelley, thanks for being here today. And I can't wait to get on your boat. Do a little sailing. Thank you.
Bill, this is Jen Renix with Southern Alliance for Clean Energy. It says Stan Cross because somehow I must have signed up with his invitation link. But I want to say, and I want to thank you because I started working here in Western North Carolina. I just did the math. 29 years ago this summer, I was a camp counselor and remained a camp counselor for many years. And I can absolutely attest to those before-after images. I took children camping and hiking around camp as well as into the Pisgah different sectors, and it looks very different today, nearly 30 years ago. And there's no question that a part of that is due to you and your team and so many people who have worked so hard. So thank you from the time before I even knew you. And I have been with SACE over 14 years, and I've been working with you off and on that whole time, largely related to transportation and clean air issues. Before I even knew who you were, your emails would come through. And thank you for all your work in the larger realm of clean transportation, which I think we all understand is one of the most urgent things that we need to quickly go towards to help reduce carbon emissions. And so it's been a real honor and interesting to work with you. I'm over 4 years as an EV driver now myself. I'll never go back ever. And part of that is certainly due to you and the work that you've done to help grow the Blue Ridge EV Club. So thank you for that, both as a professional mentor and as just somebody who's just a real geek and passionate about it. You're always there for the, Drive Electric shows, and it shows, and it makes everybody else around you excited. And we're changing people. It's slow, but it's only slow until it won't be slow, and then it's going to go really fast. And you played a part in that for sure. Thank you.
Thanks, Jen. You and Stan are doing incredible and really important work with the Southern Association for Clean Energy, or Alliance for Clean Energy. And I know that North Carolina and the southeastern states are going to be developing new policies due to the work that you guys are doing and move electric transportation forward. And I appreciate all that you do. And thanks for being here.
Hey, Bill, it's Linda.
Hey, Linda.
Good to see you, and good to see everybody on this call. It's really, really great to see some of the people that I haven't seen in a while and that I've worked with over the years as well. Yep. Hi to all of you guys. So everybody, there's been so much already said, but really congratulations on such a wonderful career, all that you've done for the region. You've been a great mentor to lots of people, it sounds like, and a great friend as well. That's a common theme I keep hearing, and really appreciate that. Appreciate the opportunities that I've had to work with you over the years on a lot of different things. We overlapped. I was doing a lot of the planning, land use type planning work, and that a lot of that overlapped into the environmental planning. And one of the greatest projects that I worked on with you, which hasn't been mentioned much, was the steep slope and ridge protection strategies work that we did together. And that really brought a lot of different people from around the region together to look at all the variety of issues that was going on. And it was really starting to become a real problem. And then, of course, we had a recession hit, and thankfully that slowed things down for a while. And now it's booming again. But I think there was a lot of really good work that went into that, and it was a lot of fun and real meaningful project to work on with you. And you're just leaving a legacy of so much good work around clean air, clean water, responsible development, and all the work that you've done with the clean cities, clean vehicles. So I really hope that you take some time to get outdoors more, and you and Kitty go camping and traveling and just really enjoy and stay in touch. And I hope we get to see you more, and hope we get another fishing and all those things that you love to do outdoors, and enjoy the legacy that you've left. Thanks. It's an honor to
Linda,
work with you. Know you.
Linda, you're a great friend, and I really appreciate you. And happy birthday again. It was her birthday yesterday. I really enjoyed working with you on that mountain ridge and steep slope protection initiative. That was a really big issue at the time, and it was great that we were able to pull a lot of experts together and study that issue and give some guidance to local governments as to how to better protect our mountain ridges, because we all love our mountains so much. And that issue is going to come back around at some point, and we're going to have to address it again and be better prepared for it when it does come back around. But I want to let everybody know that when you're out walking on a greenway anywhere in Western North Carolina, that you need to think about Linda Gilks, because she was the one promoting greenway planning and development before it was cool. Pulling our local governments and other partners together to advance greenway development. And so thank you so much for all that you've been doing for Western North Carolina, and we'll see you soon.
Hey, Bill, this is Scott Davis from US EPA. Don't know if you can see me. Hey, wanted to say welcome to retirement. I retired as of January 1st, but I want to be here on behalf of all of our colleagues at the EPA, as well as the Southeast Diesel Collaborative. Say thank you for your decades of service and your commitment to environmental stewardship. You've been a dedicated and vital member of our Southeast Diesel Collaborative since it began back in 2006. You were always willing to try new and innovative air quality projects, and then also share your success and knowledge with our partners across our 8 southeastern states and our many local organizations. I enjoyed seeing you over the years at our annual SEDC conferences, as well as other Clean Cities events, and you've always had enlightening information to share with everybody. So again, congratulations and best wishes on your retirement. And again, bring this from all of the colleagues you had at EPA over the years, as well as all the Southeast Diesel Collaborative partners that you worked with over the years as well. So good luck and enjoy it.
Thanks so much, Scott. I really appreciate you taking the time to be here. And I don't know if they're on the call, but I also want to thank Alan Powell and Dale Asby that worked with you at EPA in Atlanta. We did a lot of good work together, and the Southeast Diesel Collaborative has had some great success helping communities across the Southeast to move away from or towards cleaner diesel and other alternative fuels. And really enjoyed hanging out with you guys in Atlanta and other places. And just thanks for being here.
Hey, Bill, this is Forrest Westall.
Hey, Forrest.
Hey, how you doing? It's hard to believe, Bill, 40 years. I mean, I've known you just about from the beginning. I was in Raleigh then, talked to you. I don't know how many times over the years when I talked with other councils of governments and other organizations, I said, you need to talk to Bill Aker. He's done a tremendous amount of work and a tremendous job, and you deserve all the accolades that you've gotten today. And you've done just a wonderful job over the years, and I greatly appreciate your friendship and your work. And I've been a water guy all of my life, and you've been helpful on that and always been there. But you've done a lot of things more than that. And you've been an air quality guy, solid waste guy, water guy. You've covered all the different gamuts of it, and you deserve all the appreciation that you have. I know you're not going to retire. I know you're going to continue to work. When people say people give 110%, well, Bill gives about 150%. He works, volunteers for groups, the Haywood Waterways Association. He's been a great advocate for that over the years, and I certainly appreciate that. The one thing that I want to ask is, how do you stay so young, Bill? You look like you did way back then. Now your hair has gotten white, but it's still, you've grown more hair, so you really haven't aged very much. So, but thanks to you, and I wish you the very best, and God's blessing to you and your family.
God bless you too, Forrest. I want to thank you for all you have done to improve the environment here in Western North Carolina in this state. Forrest worked many years with the State Division of Water Quality and also represented Western North Carolina on the Environmental Management Commission. And you know, a lot of times, no offense to those of you in Raleigh or Charlotte, but you know, the mountains kind of get forgotten, and people in the Piedmont, you know, developing programs and regulations, you know, think about the Piedmont and how it's going to work there, and not necessarily how it's going to work in the mountains. And Forrest was always there as a voice for Western North Carolina and the mountains, and how our environment here was different in representing us. So I've so much enjoyed working with you, Forrest. You had great expertise, and you're great working with people. And thanks for being a friend, and thanks for coming today.
Hey, Bill. I don't know how many folks know this, but you are a founding member of Haywood Waterways. And so much of our success can be attributed to your work and passion for clean water. So on behalf of Haywood Waterways, we thank you for your work and appreciate your time you put into this. You know, personally, I never thought I'd end up working for a nonprofit. I have a science background, and I lack a lot of skills it takes to work for a nonprofit that I had to grow into, and I appreciate your guidance and help in making that happen. And we're lucky to have you living in Haywood County. So if you ever do decide to step down or retire from Haywood Waterways, I know where you live. I can track you down. You've got a lot of great ideas.
You were actually there
yesterday. Yeah.
You know where I live. You were there yesterday. So.
Yes. Yeah. I know that several, Suzanne Klimek, our president's on the line here, as well as some of our board members. And if they want to say anything, they should certainly jump in. But thank you for everything.
Thank you, Eric. You do such an incredible job with Haywood Waterways. We are so fortunate to have you as our executive director. I hope you never leave. And we've had a lot of fun together. We've taken the plunge together many times and had great fun. And just thank you so much for all that you've done for Haywood Waterways in Haywood County and in Western North Carolina. Hey, Suzanne.
Hey, I just wanted to echo what Eric said. You know, we appreciate you so much with Haywood Waterways. But myself and my husband, Alan, have been lucky enough to work with you over the decades, and water and air, and just have the experience of the 150% that other people have mentioned as how much effort you put into the things that you care about. And we're lucky you care about Western North Carolina. So thanks for everything you've done.
Thanks for all that you and Alan have done. Alan was with the Division of Water Resources or Water Quality in Raleigh for many years, and And actually, Alan, Bob Shepard remembers this. Alan was oversight on a lot of the grants that Land to Sky got, and he kept us straight. But it was a great partnership. And Alan, I appreciate all that you did for us and supported us from your position in Raleigh. And really, really glad that you and Suzanne moved to Haywood County, and that you're both very involved in the community. Suzanne is now president of Haywood Waterways Association. So she's providing all her expertise in water quality management to our organization. So I really appreciate you both.
Hey, Bill.
Hi.
Hey, how are you?
Hi, Lauren.
I just wanted to jump in here from part of the Haywood Waterways crew, but also all of your help and support with my role at Western Carolina University over the last 14 years, 15 years has been tremendous. And listening to all these stories, it's from everybody else, it's very similar to what I've experienced. You've been a role model, a mentor. You pulled me into Haywood Waterways, which is very near and dear to my heart now. And one thing I wanted to mention, I don't know specifically was focused on, is the Kids in the Creek program and your involvement with that, and how that has impacted so many of our youth in Haywood County, and other programs that people have tried, are working on trying to mimic that. It has, talking with parents who just start crying because it impacted their kids in so many positive ways. Some of these kids have never been in creeks, and they live in the mountains. And just the impact it makes, it's just been tremendous. And you're so enthusiastic about it. It's very cute and awesome, and it's just made a huge impact in our region. And so I'm very happy for you and Kitty. Congratulations, and I hope we'll continue to see you around.
Thanks, Lauren. Thanks for all that you do. The Kids in the Creek program has really been a tremendous program, and it really has had a lot of impact on kids. And as you said, it's amazing how many kids in Western North Carolina have never been in a creek. They've never seen the aquatic organisms that are living, under the rocks, and they've never seen the diversity of fish, all kinds of shiners and minnows and trout and bass and things. They're just so amazed when they get in the river with the nets and the fish shocking devices, and they see all the organisms that are living in a stream, and it really hasn't had an impact on them. And I know many, they really are much more interested in the environment, after that experience. And I know some of them have gone into the profession as a result of that. So it is a great program. The Tennessee Valley Authority developed a program, and we asked them to come to Haywood County in Western North Carolina and help us get it started here. And it's just been a wonderful program. And you've done great work at Western Carolina University as well, with your leadership there and energy management and sustainability. So congratulations on all that you've accomplished as well. Thanks for being here.
Hey, Bill, it's Marty Prevost. Just wanted to say,
Hi, Marty.
I just wanted to say I'm thrilled that you're retiring from Land of the Sky, because that means you will have lots of time for Haywood Waterways. We are so glad. But we will love having you all to ourselves for a little bit. But you and Kitty need a much deserved vacation. So go and have fun and have a great time.
Thanks, Marty. And thanks for being such a great friend and leader in our community in Haywood County. Appreciate it.
Good to have you.
Hey, Bill, it's Karina Soriano with the Central Atlantic Clean Fuels Coalition. And to kind of pile on to Caitlin and Sean's earlier comments, and I know Jason had to jump a little early, but he definitely would echo the sentiments. We're losing a real treasure here with your retirement, but I know that you've always pressed cooperation and collaboration with our partners, and that's definitely going to be a big what's the word? Had this whole thing going. It's definitely going to be a big factor for, I know, for Central Ina moving forward. For the Charlotte region, we definitely want to be able to continue our collaborations. I think that the North Carolina Clean Cities Coalitions have continued to improve our relationship and really work together to make the state a cleaner, greener place. And you've definitely contributed so much to that. So really thank you for just for all your knowledge and all of your assistance with the Clean Cities program. And I'll definitely miss hanging out with you at all of our different conferences we end up together at. So I hope to see you around, definitely.
Thank you, Karina. We really did have a good time at a lot of Clean Cities meetings all over the country. And that was one of the things that was so great about being part of Clean Cities, is being able to travel around the country, and especially when we were having our meetings at national parks, you know, go to, I don't know that you got to go, but we went to Yellowstone and the Tetons and Mount Rushmore and Mammoth Cave and the Smokies and a lot of great places. And it was a great experience, and you're doing a great job in Charlotte. And I'm sorry that Jason had to jump off, because I really wanted to thank Jason Wager for being one of my mentors, along with Jonathan Overly with East Tennessee Clean Fuels Coalition. When I was interested in starting the Clean Vehicles Coalition here and becoming part of the Clean Cities program, they were my two mentors. They were the ones that I went to learn how to be a Clean Cities coordinator and how to get designation. And they've been partners ever since. We started all that back in 2003. So please pass that on to my thanks to Jason, if you would.
Definitely will. Thank you again.
Hey, Bill, it's Ellen Bourbon. How are you?
Well, hello, Ellen. Hi.
Hi, another Clean Cities colleague. I work with the DOE Clean Cities folks at headquarters, and I worked with Bill and Chris Dobbins when they submitted their program plan to be designated as a Clean Cities Coalition. That's probably like about 10 years ago or so now. It's pretty close to that. And it was a total pleasure working with them. And we are going to miss you at Clean Cities. You've contributed a whole lot to the program, not just in North Carolina, but, you know, across the country. So good luck in your retirement. I know you got some grandchildren you want to spend some time with. And so
absolutely.
Have a great time, and we will definitely miss you.
I have so enjoyed working with you, Ellen. You're one of my favorite persons in all of the Clean Cities program, and you were so helpful to me and to Chris as we were trying to get our designation and helping us through that process. You made it so easy and enjoyable. As you know, our coalition's coming up for its redesignation first of next year. And so I appreciate you working with Sarah on that process. And just thank you so much for being a good friend to Chris and I.
It was a pleasure. Thanks.
Bill.
Hi, Linda.
Hi, Bill. I had to come on late, and I understand from Ron Townley that Jim was mentioned multiple times. It's wonderful to see all these faces. Sorry, I can't still crying after all this time. He loved you so much, and I know how hard you worked. I know how much of your heart you put into everything you've done. And as you said, that we can thank Jim for the rivers being clean, we can thank you for our air being clean, and all those other wonderful, wonderful things you've done in all this time you put in at Land of Scott. Thank you.
Thank you. And Jim meant so much to me, Linda. You know that. He was such a wonderful person. He was such a wonderful professional. He taught, Bob and Jim taught me how to be a professional. He taught me how to respect people and to form partnerships, and just so much. He really had a major impact on my career and myself. And we were so sorry when we lost him. It was a great loss, and we miss him so much. I think about Jim all the time.
I do too.
I know you do. And many other people that work with Jim. What a wonderful person. And when I went through some difficult times, Jim and Ron also helped me through those and gave me counsel. And you know, Jim would say, you know, I would express, you know, that I was going through a difficult time, and I suffered through some depression, you know, at times. And Jim would say, let's get in the car and let's go walk. Let's go take a walk and talk. And we would go out to the botanical gardens, or we'd go out to the arboretum, and we would just walk and talk, and that meant so much to me.
Well, he loved
was
you,
such a
Bill. I think you
I
were
loved
his
him.
best friend. So,
Thank you so much for being here.
yeah.
Bill, it's my
Gonna be-
understanding, it's 12:30, Bill, and I think you're going to make some comments. And I know for others on the call, they want to also extend their commendation to you. Would it be appropriate now if you would make those comments? And I will defer to Erica and Christina and others on staff for any other guidance. But I know we have some special presentations coming up.
Wow. Okay. Well, I know it's getting long, and you know, my memory has been failing me, so I have notes, but I'm not going to go through all of this because I've said it quite a bit already. First, I just want to thank everybody here today for coming to my party. I wish we could get together in person, but this has just been wonderful. It's meant a lot to me. After 40 years, I think I'm ready. I think I'm finally ready. Even though I retired 7 years ago and then came back to work, and but I do think that I'm finally ready, and I came dressed for the occasion today. I just want to say how blessed I've been to be able to work on something that I was so passionate about, the environment and protection of our natural resources. And it really has been my calling. And how many people can say that about their career? They were able to work on something that they were so passionate about. And it's really been a great job. It's never been boring. Every day was different. Every day was a new challenge. And I've been so honored to work for such a well-respected organization. Bob Shepard and Jim and Tom Elmore and others made Land of Sky such a well-respected organization, not just here in our region, but across the state and even across the nation. Bob was one of the leaders in the National Association of Regional Councils. And you know, we've won a lot of awards as an organization over the years. And because we were so well respected, it made my job so much easier because people had respect for the Land of Sky Regional Council and what we stood for. And so it's been such an honor to work for Land of Sky. And I've been so proud to say I work for the Land of Sky Regional Council. It's just, you know, a wonderful organization. A lot of people don't know what we do and the impact that Land of Sky has on our region and on our state. Really proud of the work that we've all done together, whether it's water quality, air quality, protecting our mountains. Like I said earlier, it's all about partnerships. It really is. I'm not a very smart person, but I was smart enough to pull together a lot of experts and really smart people into a room. That was my job, is to tackle an issue, bring all these smart people together and passionate people together and come up with solutions. And we did that all working together. And I was going to take some time to thank a number of people, but I think a lot of you are already on this call, and I've already been able to thank you for your partnership. There's just so many people that I've worked with that have had an impact on me and on our region. Everybody at Land to Sky is so passionate about what they do, whether it's land use, housing, economic development, the environment, helping senior citizens. They're all so passionate, really dedicated professionals. I just wanted to go back and thank one person in particular, and that's Chris Dobbins. Everything that we've been able to accomplish on air quality and on Clean Vehicles Coalition has been due to the work of Chris Dobbins and partnering with me. As I said, I'm not the technical guru. He was, and he was always there for us. And I don't know, Chris, are you on? I can't see you on the screen, but you've been a great partner, and we've accomplished a lot working together, and I so much appreciate you. So I'll stop there. If anybody else wants to have anything to say, please do.
Bill.
Oh, no.
The air avenger needs you one more time.
Oh, no.
You have to come with me now. It's very important.
The Air Avenger is here. He needs me.
Come now.
Okay. All right.
The air avenger's impatient.
I'll be right back.
Well, I think there is an opportunity to recognize Bill. There will be some folks outside of our building with maybe a drive-through type event.
Everybody can watch Erica. She's got her video on them.
Okay. Okay. Y'all see Erica's video? You can scroll over and Christina, is there a way we can unmute that? Or Erica, it looks like she's muted.
Good cars are bad cars.
We're having a parade, huh?
There's one of my associates.
An Air Avenger in training. Way to go, Brendan.
Bill Aker, on behalf of the citizens of planet Earth, we salute you if you're ever. We are eternally
Hi, guys. Love the hair, Chris. Thank you, Chris. Here comes a Nissan Leaf, electric car. Hey, Rudy, hi. Thanks for all your partnership, Rudy. You and the EV Club. Hey, Joe. How are you?
All right, Lenore wanted me to send her best wishes too. Thanks so much for really helping us get the Blue Ridge EV Club started, because you were there and provided support, and we I don't think we would have gotten off the ground without
Thank you. You guys do so much incredible work. You guys are so passionate, and we've done so much EV education working together. Thanks to you. Club. Thanks for being here.
Maybe get a few on the other.
Hey, Dave. Absolutely, they really are. Thanks for all your expertise.
Yeah, good.
I grew up in South Florida, so I'm freezing to death.
Feel the good better gas on. What do you think?
I like your Hummer. We're making an EV version now.
Is that a good car or bad car?
It could be a good car.
It's 12 18.
proud of you, Mary Roderick on staff. She got her a hybrid. Yay! Thanks, Mary. Even decorated. Yeah!
Our car, the Airbenders car that you helped get us.
Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. How many people have a parade?
A parade
How
of clean
special.
cars.
Clean cars and a couple dirty ones. Wow, that was awesome. That was awesome. I'm going to miss being in the parades, but maybe I'll volunteer. and
Mike
come out.
Kaufman sent his regrets with his new Tesla with his new wrap, but he wouldn't give it to you. He's got to.
I hope my wife is actually encouraging me to get a Tesla.
You need to get after him.
That's
a
great to have your
retirement.
wife advocating that you get a Tesla. That's pretty cool. So thank you so much. I love the parade. Thank you. All righty, is this the end? All right, this is a wrap. Thank you all so much for being here. I really appreciate everybody being here. You guys mean so much to me, and I can't wait till we can get together and hug each other and have a beer. So thank you so much. Love everybody.
Congratulations.
Bye.
Bye.
You may never have to buy a beer again.